Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome to a new live stream. This is Tausif Anam, and I welcome you all to my channel. This channel is about social and political issues, both domestic and international. And thank you for being here. We have some important things to discuss tonight. As you can tell by the title of the live stream, I'm going to be talking about the upcoming vice presidential debate. I will be talking about a potential candidate for New York City mayor, and I'll also give you all an update on the possible port strike. So you can tell that there's a lot to discuss tonight. And as always, I welcome you to share your thoughts and your opinions with me in the live chat window. So my friends, I do have an announcement that I want to make before going into the main discussion. I'll keep the announcement very brief, but it is an important announcement that I'm going to make. My friends, I have been doing live streams since January, and I have been podcasting since 2020. And obviously, I also speak at different events. I have done that on different issues, talking about my immigration journey. Speaking in front of different audience. So since January, I've been doing this live stream, and I know in the last few weeks, many of you have started watching my live streams. There are a lot of new viewers. I would say in the last month or so, a lot of new viewers have started watching my videos, have started tuning in for my live streams every night, and I sincerely appreciate your support. Now, at the same time, I do know very well, and all of you who have been watching my videos, you know as well, that there are many people who come here and say unkind things, say harsh things, they engage in name calling. But I always focus on the positive. I always focus on all those viewers who are coming here to be a part of a constructive conversation. Those who are coming here to be a part of a dialogue to talk about social and political issues that are affecting our country. Now, having said that, my friends, I will tell you that I received an email earlier today, and the email came from one of our friends who watch my live stream videos, and the person who emailed me sent me some suggestions and mentioned in the email the fact that there are viewers who tune in and they say things that are basically name calling and being unkind and harsh. So I received some words of advice, some suggestion with regard to how I should moderate the live chat window. And also, I have received, even during live chats, people have given me different suggestions about, what should be done with those who are here not to participate in a fruitful conversation, but are here to basically cause disruption, right? So what I have decided, my friends, and I'm always here, looking forward to your suggestions and your advice. If you want to share some words with me, if you want to, if you have some advice and suggestions for me, feel free to let me know, or you can email me. But what the decision that I have arrived at is the following. If anyone here is being disruptive, is being extremely rude, is being unkind, is engaging in name calling, is insulting me or others, and if anyone is being extremely harsh, using using really bad language, negative language, um, I will be blocking those individuals. Okay. I have always said that I don't want to block anyone. I have not blocked anyone so far on this channel, but what I have realized, is that if I don't block the individuals who are here to harass and to insult and to cause disruption, if I don't block those users, then the substance of the conversation gets lost. Okay, I'm trying to look at the live chat window, and I'm trying to read your comments, read your questions. And as I have always said, I welcome comments and questions from people who are conservatives, who are liberals, who are independents. So if you disagree with me, if you want to debate me, if you want to, argue with me in a constructive manner, then obviously you're welcome. You are part of this conversation. But anyone who engages in name calling, anyone who causes disruption, insults me or insults others here, I will be blocking that person. So I have arrived at this decision because what I don't want is that those who are here to disrupt, they'll spoil the conversation that we're having here. They'll use up our patience and our time, and we're not going to allow that. So feel free to be here. I welcome everyone, regardless of your political views, regardless of your political ideologies. You may be a super liberal or a super conservative. You're welcome here. Okay. But anyone who's engaging in name calling, anyone who's being disruptive or rude, I will be blocking that person. Okay. And if that person, individuals may change usernames, use different accounts, and may come here and do the same thing, I will be blocking those accounts as well. So that's my decision that I wanted to share with you. Okay. I don't have a moderator. I am the moderator here. So, I'll do my best, because my whole goal is to make sure that those who are here to be a part of this community are able to do so in a very smooth manner. Okay. So that's the whole purpose. So I hope you agree with my decision. If you do, let me know that. Okay. Because I'm just announcing this decision. If you think the step that I'm about to take is right, then let me know in the chat window. You can write, agreed. Virgil writes agreed. Thank you. Ashley writes sure. Thank you so much. Okay. All right. Freshly writes agreed. Excellent. Michael Brown. Always good to see you here. Thank you. All right. There are some other viewers here as well. Excellent. Amanda is here. Faith and Country is here. Okay. Tyrone asks, hello, how are you? Tyrone, I'm doing well, thank you. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. So, okay, a viewer named Varder, I think, is typing the same comment over and over again. Varder, I got your comment. Okay, so you don't have to repeat it. I see it. That's okay. All right, my friends, let's start the conversation here. There is a major debate coming up. I hope you're all paying attention to that. Do you know what debate I'm talking about? I'm sure you do. I just mentioned that a short while ago. The vice presidential debate is coming up on, hold on. All right, okay. I was just changing the screens here. So, my friends, there's a major debate coming up on October 1st, 2024. There's going to be a debate between Republican J.D. Vance and Democrat Tim Walz. It's the vice presidential debate. And Walz is the governor of Minnesota. I'm sure many of you already know that. He's the 41st governor of Minnesota. He's born in Nebraska, Tim Walz. He was first elected governor in 2010, and he won re-election in 2022. And prior to serving as the governor, Tim Walz also served as a member of the United States House of Representatives. And J.D. Vance, the Republican, he's a U.S. Senator from Ohio. He was born and raised in Middletown, Ohio, and J.D. served in the armed forces in the U.S. Marine Corps. He has a law degree from Yale Law School, which is very, very impressive, right? Yale Law School, one of the best in the country. J.D. has a law degree, so he's obviously a very bright student. People going to Yale Law School, it's not easy to get into Yale Law. He wrote a best-selling book, Hillbilly Elegy, and he was elected to the U.S. Senate in 2022, and he was sworn into office in January of 2023. So as a U.S. Senator, he's fairly new. So these two individuals, my friends, are very different from each other. They have different histories, different backgrounds, different trajectories in life. One of them is a governor, the other person is a U.S. Senator. And so let's go back and talk about Tim Walz. Tim Walz has been in politics for a very long time, right? He's serving in the U.S. Senate. He's serving as the governor in his second term, but before that, as I said, he used to be a member of the United States House of Representatives. And Vance, on the other hand, he's fairly new, having been elected to the U.S. Senate in 2022. Now, there's a lot of anticipation about this debate, a lot of speculation, a lot of excitement too. A lot of excitement, I think. Just go back, a couple of months. Just go back, and whenever we thought about the vice presidential debate, we would think, okay, so Kamala is the vice president, and at the time Biden was running for re-election. So all the conversation was about, okay, who is Donald Trump going to pick as his running mate? That person is going to be participating in a debate against Kamala Harris. So that was the whole understanding, right? I mean, we knew that Kamala Harris running for re-election as VP at the time, and she would participate in a debate against whoever Donald Trump picks. So whenever people talked about, okay, who is Donald Trump going to pick as his VP, that person is going to be debating Kamala Harris. So, okay, is it going to be Kristi Noem? Okay, so how would a debate between Kristi Noem and Kamala Harris look like? Is Donald Trump going to pick Tim Scott? Okay, so Tim Scott's going to debate Kamala Harris. How is that going to look like? Or is it going to be, Ron DeSantis? Or is it going to be Vivek Ramaswamy? Who is going to be debating Kamala? So that was the whole equation at the time. The only unknown was, who is Donald Trump going to pick as his running mate? But then everything changed. Donald Trump announced his running mate, J.D. Vance, but then things changed on the Democratic side because Joe Biden said that he is not going to run for re-election, and I've talked in details about that. He didn't walk away from the presidential race by choice. There was so much of pressure that the Democrats applied on him. So he, no other way. He had to suspend his campaign, and then Kamala Harris was installed by the Democratic elites, and so everything changed. Kamala Harris now at the top of the ticket. She had to make a decision. She picked Tim Walz, and now it's Tim Walz versus JD Vance. So, my friends, I've always been saying that, the world of politics is so unpredictable. It is so unpredictable. Even if we know things for sure, what we know may change. Things may happen, circumstances may change, unexpected things may happen, which did, right? Which did happen. Unexpected things did happen. I mean, who would have thought that Joe Biden would actually leave the race for the White House? Who would have thought? But he did. And then there was no competition. The party elites, the Democrat Party elites chose Kamala Harris, and now she's the nominee. Okay, so back to the debate. There's a lot of anticipation about this debate. There's a lot of excitement. I'm looking forward to it. And so let me give you some information about the debate itself, okay? By the way, before I do that, I do want to, I do have a poll question that I'm going to write here. Now, last day, I asked people for suggestions for poll questions, and Susan Epp, I don't know if Susan is here today. I haven't been able to follow the live chat window very closely, but I will be, monitoring the live chat to the best of my ability. Like I said, I'll try to block anyone who's insulting other people, who's engaging in name calling. Anyway, Susan Epp had a recommendation for me, for a poll question, and then William Miller. I don't know if William Miller is here today. William Miller also gave me a poll question suggestion. Okay, so I can't do two polls on the same night. I mean, I can, but then I would have to run a poll and then stop it and then start another one, which I don't want to do. So I will be asking just one poll question. I have picked Susan Epp's question. That's the question I'm going to be asking. I will be editing it a little bit because I'll add a word or two. But here's the question: is Donald J. Trump the best U.S. president since Ronald Reagan? Okay. I want to see the response for this, okay? The question is Donald J. Trump the best U.S. president since Ronald Reagan? The possible answers are yes or no. Is Donald J. Trump the best U.S. president since Ronald Reagan? Yes or no? I started the poll. Okay, my friends, you can vote now. 6 votes already. Wonderful. All right. Okay. All right. Let's see how many people are voting. 28 votes, 30 votes. Wow. Wow. It's moving fast. 35 votes. So far, I can't tell. I see it's 50-50 so far. 51-49. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to keep this open. Is Donald J. Trump the best U.S. president since Ronald Reagan? 57% says yes. Awesome. My answer would be yes, obviously. I think you know that. 48 votes in. All right, I'm going to leave this open. Once again, this is a question that was recommended by Susan Epp, who is a friend in this community, and I don't know if Susan Epp is here today. I hope she is. If she's not, then I hope she joins later in the live stream, because that's the question. This is the question that she suggested that I ask. Is Donald J. Trump the best U.S. president since Ronald Reagan? 61% have said yes. Donald Trump is the best U.S. president since Ronald Reagan. All right, I'm going to keep this open, and I will move forward with the conversation here. My friends, by the way, if you are watching this, please like this video. 13 likes so far. Please make it go up to 50. Would you do that? 13 likes so far. Give this video a thumbs up. Give this video a thumbs up. 14 likes. Let's get it up to 50, okay? All right. Okay, my friends, I'm going to continue with the conversation here. Support this channel. Support this channel. Michael Brown is here. Michael writes, block some trolls, bro. Okay. I will be doing that. Let's see. I will be doing that, okay? Since I announced this decision today that I'm going to block anyone who's insulting, who's engaging in name calling, it is obviously going to take me a little bit of time to be able to moderate effectively. So I appreciate your patience. Okay. 90 viewers watching right now. Okay. All right. 18 likes. Give this video a thumbs up, my friends. So let me talk about the debate itself, the debate that is coming up, the vice presidential debate. The vice presidential debate between Republican J.D. Vance and Democrat Tim Walz begins at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. 9 p.m. Eastern Time on October 1st, Tuesday. And it will be moderated by CBS Evening News anchor and managing editor Nora O'Donnell and Face the Nation moderator and chief foreign affairs correspondent Margaret Brennan. This debate will be held in New York at the CBS Broadcast Center. Okay, so this is going to take place in New York. The presidential debate between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris took place in Pennsylvania. And I believe that earlier, back in June, the presidential debate between Donald Trump and Joe Biden took place. I think it was in Georgia, right? I think it was in Georgia. So this debate is going to be taking place in New York. That's where Donald Trump is from, New York. And obviously he now lives in Florida, but you know, if you are a New Yorker, you're always a New Yorker. So Donald Trump is a New Yorker. He now lives in Florida. He's a resident of Florida, but he is a New Yorker. That's where he was raised. And so I think Donald Trump's going to have a lot of support in New York as his running mate J.D. Vance participates in the debate. Okay, so interesting fact: there will be no studio audience, no audience in the studio, like the debate between Trump and Biden in June, like the debate between Trump and Harris recently. There was no audience in the studio, and I think this is becoming a new standard, right? This is becoming a new standard. You know, for as long as I can remember, whenever I saw debates, presidential debates, vice presidential debates, there were always audience in the room. Members of the audience were there. They would cheer and they would clap and applaud. But I think this is becoming a new standard to not have any audience. And I kind of like it. Virgil writes, I'm fine with no audience. I'm fine with no audience as well. Initially I thought, well, I'm not so sure, but now I think Now I think that no audience is actually pretty good. Uh, because I think the candidates can really focus, and the interaction between the moderators and the candidates, I mean, it's I think much better. Obviously, at the last debate, the moderators were not fair at all. I'm talking about the debate between Trump and Harris. The moderators were biased, clearly. The way they conducted the debate, it was pretty bad. Okay, but overall, I think not having an audience is actually good. Okay, so this is sort of becoming the new standard, which is fine. And there's one more thing. There will be no opening statements. I don't know what you think about that. Do you want opening statements or no opening statements? Would you let me know in the chat if you want candidates to have opening statements or no? Uranus writes, no, it takes away from the debate. Okay, so you don't want opening statements, right? Is that what you're saying? Steve writes, closing means way more. Closing statements will be there, Steve. Closing statements will be there. A viewer writes, no statement, answer questions. Okay. Andre writes, hey, brother, how are you? I'm doing good. I'm doing good, Andre. Thank you for being here. Okay. All right. By the way, if you have not voted in the poll that I have going on, please vote. The question is Donald J. Trump the best U.S. president since Ronald Reagan? 150 votes already in. And so if you have not voted yet, please do so. And don't forget to like this video. No Sage writes, where's the MAGA hat? Here, right here. I'll put it on. I think people want to see this hat. So I'm going to put on the MAGA hat. Whenever I don't have the hat on, I think people just like wonder, where's my hat? Why am I not wearing it? No, I'm still a MAGA supporter. I still believe in making America great again. And even if I don't have the hat, you can assume that it's safely here right next to me. Okay. So here's the hat. Okay. So my friends, there will be no opening statements at the debate. And I was looking at some information about where the candidates are going to be standing and what the stage is going to look like. So there will be podium. Each candidate will have podium. So based on the report that I've read, okay, because, I'm getting all my information from the news sources because obviously, news outlets are reporting information about the debate. So on the stage, Tim Walz will be on the left, which is, if you are watching on TV, then Tim Walz will be on the right. So on the stage, he's going to be on the left, meaning if we are watching on TV, he's going to be on the right side, okay? On screen, he's going to be on the right. And J.D. Vance will be on the opposite side. So if you're watching on TV, J.D. Vance is going to be on the left. And for the entire duration of the debate, J.D. Vance and Tim Walz will be behind the podium. So they're going to stand at the podium for the entire duration. The moderators are going to be introducing both the candidates at the beginning of the debate, and the candidate from the incumbent party will be introduced first. So the incumbent party in the White House right now is the Democrat Party, right? Because there's, Biden is the president, although he's not a leader. Biden's not a leader. He just has the title of the president. Okay. and how he got that title, there are so many questions. We can talk about 2020. We can talk about what happened in 2020. How did Biden become the president? Because as far as I remember, Donald Trump was winning. As the results were coming in, Donald Trump was ahead, Donald Trump was winning, and then something happened overnight. And by morning, people started saying that Biden won. I mean, I have so many questions about that debate, about that election, 2020 election. Okay, so if I go into that, it's going to be it's going to be a long conversation on that topic, but I'm not going to talk about that because I'm focused on the future right now. But really, what happened in 2020, that will always remain a question. What happened in 2020? Can you tell me? Can you guys tell me what happened in 2020? I mean, if you ask me, I'll tell you what. Trump is my president. Donald Trump is my president. Okay? Yeah, the official outcome of the 2020 election, doesn't matter. Trump is my president. That's what I'm going to tell you. Trump is my president. Because I remember that election night. I remember very clearly as the results were coming in, Donald Trump was winning. Donald Trump was winning. I remember I was in Eau Claire for election night party. Me and my mom, we drove from Madison to Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Okay, if you don't know where Eau Claire is, just look it up on a map. I live in Madison, Wisconsin. We went to Eau Claire, Wisconsin for an election night party. There was a big party over there in Eau Claire. And we went to that event. Okay, we drove there in the evening and we reached Eau Claire. We were at a party. It was a Republican Party event. We were watching all the results come in on the big screen. And, there was a party. We were celebrating and it looked like everything's looking great. Donald Trump's winning. Donald Trump's winning. He's going to win. He's going to be reelected. And then, towards midnight, right around midnight, we decided, all right, you know what? Let's go back to Madison. Let's go back to Madison. We were excited. It's a couple hours drive. So we drove to Eau Claire. We were at this election watch party. Everything was looking great. Everything was looking like, Trump's going to win. Definitely he's going to win. He's going to be reelected. And then we started driving back from Eau Claire back to Madison. We came back to Madison, and in the morning, everything changed. Everything changed. Now, I have a lot to say when it comes to the 2020 election. What happened? How did it happen? It's still going to be a question, but I'll tell you one thing. If you ask me, Trump is my president. Trump is my president. And officially, Biden is in the White House, but Biden may have the title of the president right now, but he is not a leader. He is not a leader. So anyway, going back to the question of the debate, I kind of went in a different direction here. Let's focus on the debate, the vice presidential debate. So the moderators will be introducing the candidate from the incumbent party first. The incumbent party meaning the party that now controls the White House, which is the Democratic Party. And so Tim Walz obviously is from the incumbent party because he's a Democrat. So the moderators will be introducing Tim Walz first, and then they'll introduce J.D. Vance. So how long is this debate going to be? That's a question that you're going to ask me. Very natural question. How long is it going to be? It's going to be a 90-minute long debate. 90-minute long debate. Reportedly, there will be 2 breaks. Okay? Each break would be 4 minutes long. So it's a 90-minute debate, but you're going to have 2 breaks. Each break will be 4 minutes long. So in those 4 minutes, what can you do? You can go get a refill for your soda. Okay? You can go get a new bag of popcorn if you want. You can You can grab another slice of pizza if you want. You can get some, after you're done eating the pizza, maybe the first break you go get your pizza. Okay, then the second break you go get your chocolate chip cookies. All right. So those 4 minutes, there's going to be two breaks. Each break will be 4 minutes long. And so when you're watching the debate, because I'm going to be watching the debate, that's my plan for Tuesday night. I'm going to be watching the debate and use those 4 minutes to go get a refill for your soda, or to go get popcorn, or to go get pizza, all right, or to grab some chocolate chip cookies, or oatmeal raisin cookies are actually better. If you love cookies, cookies have a lot of sugar, and if you're health conscious, then maybe don't eat too much cookies. But if you plan on eating cookies, maybe oatmeal raisin is a better option than chocolate chip. Okay, I know people like chocolate chip. I like chocolate chip cookies too, but maybe get oatmeal raisin. So anyway, use those 4 minutes wisely, because you don't want to miss a single moment of the debate. So as soon as they go on break, just hit your stopwatch, go get whatever you need to get done, go do that. If you need to go use the restroom, absolutely go use the restroom. All right, you got 4 minutes to go use the restroom. If you take longer than 4 minutes, then you're gonna miss minutes of the debate. All right, so use those 4 minutes, two breaks each 4 minutes. And reportedly, for each question, a candidate will have 2 minutes to answer. And then the other candidate would get 2 minutes to respond. So whichever candidate is being asked the question, that candidate is going to get 2 minutes to answer. Then the other candidate gets 2 minutes to respond. And then after that, each candidate will have 1 minute for rebuttal. Okay, rebuttal is important. So each candidate is going to get 1 minute for rebuttal. And then the moderators will have some discretion about giving the candidates additional minute each to speak further on a topic. All right. No opening statements, like I said, no opening statements, but there will be opportunities for closing statements. The closing statements, there are swing voters out there. Let me just tell you that. There are swing voters out there who will probably make their decision based on the closing statements. I mean, the closings, never underestimate the closing statements. Never underestimate the close. You might think, throughout the debate, they're going to be answering questions, so we will have a great sense of where they stand on issues, what they're about, what they're going to do if elected. But let me tell you, sometimes the closing statements are the most important. Okay? There may be swing voters out there. All right? So there may be swing voters. So I am not a swing voter. You know who I'm going to vote for, right? I'm going to vote for Donald Trump. But let's say, I don't have my hat now. Let's say, like, just imagine being a swing voter. You're a swing voter, very serious. It's Tuesday night. You have a lot of other things to do, but you took time out of your busy schedule to be in front of the TV screen because you've got a very important decision to make. Who do you vote for? Do you vote for Trump? Do you vote for Harris? And a lot depends on their running mates. Okay? If you want to vote for Trump, you also have to be able to like J.D. Vance. If you want to vote for Harris, you have to be able to like Tim Walz. So a lot of swing voters, they're trying to make decision there. And they're thinking, you know what? I've watched the Trump versus Harris debate. I think I need to watch the vice presidential debate to be really able to make up the mind. And so the swing voters are sitting in front of TV. They are paying attention to each and every minute. They're trying to figure out, all right, it's the most important decision that I'm going to be making for the future of the country. Who do I vote for? So the swing voters are going to be sitting in front of TV. They've got their food, they've got their beverage, or maybe they don't have any food or beverage. They are so focused on the debate. They don't want to eat potato chips because, the crunchy chips, when you're eating it, it makes sound, and it's going to distract you from the substance of the debate. So maybe don't have chips, all right? Maybe don't have any soda, because as you're taking a sip from your glass and drinking soda, you may be missing what the candidates are saying. So no distractions. The swing voters may be sitting there laser focused on the debate, and they're trying to make a decision. And maybe they watch the whole debate and they still can't make a decision. But you know what? The closing statements may be the ultimate important part of the decision making. Maybe the swing voters, after they listen to the closing statements, they'll decide, JD Vance is the right person for the job. All right, let's vote for JD. So that's what, some swing voters may end up doing. They're going to watch the debate, and I'm hoping that they'll be convinced earlier on in the debate when they see JD Vance, presenting his policies and answering questions and just, and people will figure out how smart he is, and that Tim Walz is just, not a candidate that anyone wants to vote for. So I hope people figure out that JD Vance is the right person for the job and not Tim Walz. But if anyone is not able to make up that mind, maybe the closing statements will be the most important part. So the closing statements, there was a coin toss. There was a coin toss that helped decide the order of the closing statement. And here's the interesting part. And I actually do not know what kind of coin they used. I'm going to look for that information. Maybe I'll find that information, but right now I don't know if they used a quarter or they used a penny or a dime or a nickel. I don't know what coin they used. If you do know that, just let me know. But reportedly, there was a coin toss, and whoever wins the toss actually gets to decide, whether that person wants to speak first or go second when it's time for the closing statements. And so here's the interesting thing. JD Vance reportedly won the toss. Okay? He won the toss, and he decided that Tim Walz will go first. So the order of the closing statements is the following. Tim Walz gives his closing statement first, and then JD Vance gives his closing statement second. So JD Vance won the coin toss, and that's the decision he came up with, okay? That he's going to go second. Now, this is actually interesting because JD Vance won the toss. So I'm hoping that this is a good sign. The fact that there was a coin toss and JD Vance won the coin toss, I'm hoping that this is a good sign. And obviously it's a good sign because JD Vance is already winning against Tim Walz. Something as simple as a coin toss, JD Vance won. JD Vance won the coin toss. Gerlina says, great news about the coin toss. I know it's just a simple coin toss, but what I'm thinking is, like, this is basically a sign for a future victory. Okay, this is a sign for a future. This winning the coin toss, perhaps it shows that JD Vance is also going to win against Walz in November. All right. And so Tim Walz is going to go first. JD Vance is going to go second because that's what JD Vance wants after he won the coin toss. Now, there's always a question about whether the microphones will be muted. That has come up before. And let me tell you, what I read from the news is that CBS News reserves the right to mute the candidates' microphones, but otherwise, the microphones are going to be unmuted. So the microphones are going to be hot. The microphones will be on. And if the CBS News, if CBS News decides, all right, we're going to mute that microphone, they may do that. Okay, it's their decision, but otherwise the microphones are going to be hot. They're going to be on. They're not going to be muted. So it's going to be very interesting. Okay. Now, here's another important piece of information. But before I give you that, my friends, we are at 41 likes so far. Can we go up to 50? Can I get 9 more likes, my friends? Just like this video. Give this video a thumbs up. Give this video a thumbs up. 42 likes so far, my friends. Can I get some more? Can I get to 50? Can I actually get to 100? I think we can do that. 199 people watching right now. We can get to 100 very easily. 46 so far. Can I get 4 more to get to 50? Then give me 50 more. Give me the first 50, then give me 50 more. Help me get to 100, my friends. When you hit like, hit thumbs up, it helps my video reach more people. And do not forget to subscribe, my friends. Don't forget to subscribe. It is so important. Michael Brown, I always appreciate your support. Michael Brown is here. Barbecue Pit Master. Thank you, Barbecue Pit Master. Yes, my friends, 51 likes. All right. 52 likes. Now I need 48 more. Help me get 48 more. Help me get to 100. I would appreciate that, my friends. Thank you so very much. Let's see. So far tonight, we are 47 minutes into the live stream. So far tonight, more than 4,800 people have tuned in to watch this live stream. More than 4,800. That's pretty good given that it's Sunday night. So I appreciate that. I appreciate and help me reach more people. What happens when you hit the thumbs up and when you subscribe is that my video can reach more people. Chris Hicks is here. Hello, Chris Hicks. Thank you for joining. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm reading some comments. Okay, my friends. 5,000 views already so far tonight. Thank you. Thank you so much. I hope we get more. 5,000 views so far. All right. Okay. So campaign staffers, and you can fact check me on this, okay? I am getting my information from the various news sources, very authentic news sources, and obviously I'm sharing with you the news as well as my my opinions and my analysis. And what I saw is that campaign staffers are not permitted. They will not be allowed to interact with Tim Walz or JD Vance during the breaks. I talked about the breaks, right? 90 minutes long debate. There will be 2 breaks. Each break will be 4 minutes long. And during those breaks, the campaign staff people, they will not be allowed to have any kind of interaction with Tim Walz or JD Vance, all right? And also, the candidates will not be allowed to have any pre-written notes on stage. So when Tim Walz and JD Vance show up for the debate, when they reach their podium, they will not be allowed to have any pre-written notes. They will be given pen, a pad of paper, and a water bottle. Obviously, people get thirsty if you have to talk for a long time. I mean, I get thirsty, which is why, every night, almost every night, I try to have a cup of tea. By the way, I've been having green tea these days. Yesterday I had green tea. Today I'm having green tea. So it's no longer, English breakfast, black tea, it's green tea. Chazzy Star is here. Thank you, Chazzy Star, for being here. And then, in addition to the tea, I also have a glass of water. Okay, water is life. H2O. You gotta have water. If you don't have water, you're gonna be dehydrated, and that's not good for your health. So remember to drink lots and lots of water. Okay, um, and so anyway, going back to the debate, um, they will be given a pen, a pad of paper, and a water bottle. Now, if you ask me, hey, Tosif, all right, water bottle, what kind of water are they going to have? Is it going to be Ice Mountain? Is it going to be Pure Life? Is it going to be Dasani? What brand of water, will they be given? Is it going to be Ice Mountain? I don't know. Is it going to be Dasani? I don't know. Is it going to be, what's the other one I mentioned? Pure Life. And there are many, right? I don't know that. Okay. There's no way for me to know, but they will have water. They will have water, which is good. They have to stay hydrated. You can't be dehydrated. Pen, pad of paper, and water, bottle of water. And I am looking forward to the debate. A viewer writes, I hope it's Trump water. Yeah, I think it's going to be awesome if it's Trump water. Trump has his own brand of water, right? I believe so. I mean, he's got his hotel. Yeah, I think it's going to be Trump water. That'd be awesome. That's going to be awesome. Okay. Let's see. Hey, listen, we love some humor. Humor is okay. Humor is fine. Humor is permitted. Humor is allowed. Okay. Let's see. Warriors writes, you're not funny though. I'm not funny. All right. Your comment is funny. The fact that you're saying I'm not funny, I find it funny. Anyway, so I am looking forward to the debate. So I don't know what you guys have planned for Tuesday night, but let me strongly encourage you to clear your calendar for Tuesday night, because it's important that you all watch the debate. All right, that you all watch the debate. It is very, very important for the future of the country. Watch the debate, because what happens when you watch the debate? When you watch the debate, you're going to realize, okay, my friends, why am I recommending that you watch the debate? There's a reason for that. It's a very serious reason. The reason you have to watch the debate is because watching these debates will help you understand why it is so important to vote for Donald Trump and JD Vance. Okay? You will understand when you watch the debate, you're going to understand that Tim Walz does not deserve to be the vice president. All right? Do you understand what I'm saying? The future of our country depends on this, my friends. You have to watch the debate. Okay? 90 minutes. Just clear 2 hours. Clear 2 hours from your schedule. Maybe 2.5 hours. And if you're going to order pizza, make sure you place the order ahead of time. Okay? A lot of pizza places, you call them, you place the order the old-fashioned way. They're going to deliver. Make sure you tip the delivery driver, okay? Because people are struggling in this economy. So make sure you give the delivery driver a nice tip. And make sure you order your pizza ahead of time, because you know what? That night, lots of people are going to be ordering pizza. All right? So they're going to have lots of orders. So make sure you get your order in on time. And also you can, a lot of places you can use your phone app to order pizza, right? You can call, or maybe you can just go and pick it up yourself. Do whatever you want, but order pizza. By the way, do you guys like pineapple on your pizza? I kind of do. I know that the opinions are kind of mixed on that, but I actually like pineapple on my pizza. Um, Michael writes, I'm watching with popcorn. Michael, popcorns are great. Popcorns are like, you can't be against popcorns. All right? Popcorns are just like non controversial. You cannot go wrong with popcorns. Whether you're watching a movie, whether you're watching a TV series, you may be binge watching a TV series, or you're watching a documentary, or whatever. Well, popcorns don't really go well with documentaries, do they? I mean, documentaries are sort of different. But anyway, um, if you're watching debate, popcorns are always fine. Okay, always fine. But if you're going to be ordering pizza, just make sure that you place your order ahead of time. And I like pineapple on my pizza. That's just me. If you don't, that's okay. You don't have to order pineapple on your pizza. All right. Barbecue chicken is actually pretty good. I like barbecue chicken, but you can choose whatever you want. So, clear your calendar for Tuesday night, and I strongly encourage each and every one of you to watch that debate. To watch that debate. I already know who I'm going to vote for, but I will still watch the debate because I want to see. How amazing performance JD Vance shows everyone on the stage. I am very confident JD Vance is going to do great. Tim Walz, I don't think so. But I'll let you watch and decide for yourself. Angie is here. Angie Mitchell. Angie writes pineapple on barbecue chicken pizza. All right, that sounds good. That sounds good. Angie writes Trump Vance. All right. Edwin CV writes Trump in 2024. Let's go. All right. So my friends, watch that debate. Do not miss the debate. You got to watch the debate. You got to make the decision. And when you watch the debate, you're going to know that Tim Walz is the wrong choice. All right. I'm reading your comments now. Julie Smith is here. Let me see. All right. Gregory writes, did you think Trump did well on his first debate with Harris? Well, I think Trump won the debate against Biden and Trump won the debate against Harris. So yes, Trump did amazing. Both debates. Trump is the winner. Trump 2024, my friends. Like I said, I don't have to say it out loud, do I? When I put the hat on, I really don't have to say anything. You know where I stand. Let me read. 6,600 viewers so far tonight. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in on a Sunday night. It's just past midnight. So it's officially Monday morning here in Wisconsin. Let's see. All right. 61 likes, my friends. 61 likes for this video so far. Are you going to help me get to 100, my friends? 39 more likes. Can we do that? Can we do that? All right, let's see. Chris Hicks writes, love that hat. Thank you. Yeah, William Erickson writes, he won against the moderators as well. Exactly. In that debate, Trump was actually, debating against Three individuals, Kamala Harris and the two moderators, right? It was like 3 versus 1. Yeah, as Angie wrote. I mean, read what Angie wrote, 3-on-1. That's exactly what it was. That's exactly what it was. So, all right, my friends, I am hoping. So let's talk about the topics that will be discussed during the debate. I mean, what topics would you like to be discussed during the debate? Tell me, what topics would you like to be discussed? Immigration is number one. Immigration is the number one topic. The border crisis. The border crisis is going to be the number one topic. Yeah, Johnny Milner wrote the border. Exactly. Exactly. The border is going to be number one because the border crisis happened with Biden and Harris in power. The border crisis is ongoing. It's an ongoing issue. So I hope that the moderators ask questions about the border crisis and how come 10 plus million people, more than 10 million people, entered the United States, through the southern border. 10 plus million illegal immigrants entered the United States, okay, with Biden and Harris in power. Let me see something here, friends. Give me 1 second. $62 likes, my friends. You can help me get to 100. I just need 38 more. I would appreciate that. Tommy Brown Jr. writes MAGA forever. All right. Absolutely. By the way, 697 votes in the poll that I'm conducting. The question is Donald J. Trump the best U.S. president since Ronald Reagan? Virgil is asking me who has more divisive rhetoric, Republicans or Democrats? The Democrats are divisive. The Democrats are divisive. The Republicans are not divisive. You know how the Democrats are divisive? It's pretty obvious. The Democrats are taking American taxpayer dollars and handing over those dollars in the form of free housing, free services, lots of free stuff for the illegal immigrants. So when American taxpayers see that their tax dollars are being spent on the illegal immigrants, that's divisive, right? That's divisive because the Democrats are prioritizing the illegal immigrants and not the American people. All right? So, I mean, Virgil, does that answer? The Democrats are divisive. The Democrats are divisive, not the Republicans. The Republicans are not divisive. A viewer writes, so what's Trump's policy for this issue? Well, Trump's policy is going to be securing the border. Securing the border, okay? There must be a physical barrier at the border. There must be strong enforcement of our nation's immigration laws. There must be border patrol agents, and the border patrol agents must have all the resources that they need to get the job done to secure the border. They must also have access to technology that they need, and then all the criminal illegal aliens, they must be deported. And Trump said he's going to do the biggest deportation operation. That needs to happen. We need the biggest deportation operation in this country to deport all those who violated our nation's immigration laws, and they are here and they are committing all sorts of crimes. You hear about the crimes that the illegal immigrants are committing in New York and in Colorado and in Illinois and so many other places. I mean, look at California, right? Um, there was a transnational gang member, a suspected Tren de Aragua gang member who was arrested in Wisconsin. Okay. As Angie wrote, finish the wall. Yeah, we got to finish the wall. We need a physical barrier. So that's Trump's policy. Secure the border and then deportation operation. Enforce our nation's immigration laws. It's very simple. It is very, very simple. It's something that the Biden-Harris administration is refusing to do. They don't want to do it. You know why? Because they are importing future voters. Because the Democrats, they want these illegal immigrants to come into the country, and the Democrats want to give a pathway to citizenship for these illegals. The Democrats want to turn these illegals into voters. The Democrats want permanent voters because the Democrats can't win on policy. Democrats don't have any solid policies. Okay? And so they're trying to import voters. Heidi Smith is here. Heidi, thank you for being here. So good to see you, Heidi. Thank you. Let's see. Viewer writes, hey, Mr. India, as if you're American. I am American. I'm a naturalized American citizen. So as I was saying, during the debate, I would like to see the border crisis discussed. I want the moderators to be fair, to be impartial, and to conduct this debate properly. Don't be like the moderators at the previous debate, the Trump versus Harris debate. Don't be like them. Those moderators, they did such a poor job. They were completely biased. It was very obvious. And like I said, and like Angie mentioned, it was 3-on-1. Okay, so Trump basically had to debate Harris and also the two moderators. So I hope that the moderators at this debate that's coming up, the Vance versus Walz debate, I hope the moderators are going to be fair. Okay. Hold on one second. Okay, so Deltron 3030. I am seeing your comments. I don't like your comments, Deltron. I'm telling you, if you keep writing that, I am going to actually block you. I actually made an announcement at the start of this live stream that I'm going to be blocking anyone who's disruptive. Okay, so Deltron 3030, I may actually block you. All right, you're laughing. I hope. Okay, all right. I'm blocking Deltron. All right. Hold on. Let's see. All right. Okay. So let's see. Let's see if I did it right. You know, I'm pretty serious when I say that I'm going to be blocking people. I will be doing it. This is my first time blocking anyone, and so you know, it take me a while. It may take me a while to figure this thing out. Yeah, I actually put him or her, I don't know, Deltron on timeout. Okay, that's what I did. So does that mean Deltron can come back again? Maybe. So let's see. Put Deltron on timeout for 24 hours. Michael Brown writes, there's about 50 people here who need to be blocked. So Michael Brown, I will be, it's going to take me a little bit of time to figure this thing out, but I'm pretty serious. You can disagree with me. A lot of people here do. But anyone who is being disruptive, writing the same, nasty comment over and over again, I'm going to, I'm going to put that person in either timeout, or maybe I'll figure out a way to block. Okay. All right. You can disagree with me all day. That's not a problem. But don't insult. Don't engage in name calling. Don't be disruptive. So, all right. Okay. Let me see. 814 votes so far. 816 votes so far for the poll that I'm running. 143 viewers watching right now. We are 1 hour and 11 minutes into the live stream. And let's see. Hold on. 8,600 viewers have watched this live stream so far tonight. We are 1 hour, 11 minutes into the live stream. So thank you to everyone who has been supporting this channel, who has been watching. Let's see. All right. Okay. You're gonna see some folks disappear because I am putting people on timeout here. I am doing it. Okay, I am doing it, and I will do it. I'm pretty serious. Woodruff Productions. Okay, let's do something about Woodruff Productions here. Hold on. All right. So I put 3 people. I use the timeout for 3 people. If you like the fact that I'm removing the disruptive individuals, okay, then show some support, like this video, okay? Yeah, Woodruff's gone. Who else? Okay, so next comes Foster. All right. Next is Foster. Foster's gonna go right here. Time out. There you go. All right, Foster, bye-bye. Foster's gone. Who else needs to go? All right. So I'm putting people on timeout for now. Yeah. See, I didn't want to do this. I really did not want to do this because, as I said, it's a community. Let's grow the size of this community, and let's let's have constructive conversation. I said that. And I also said that I'm going to, I read some of the harsh and unkind comments that I get, and I feel like, it's okay. I'm just going to ignore them. But I also noticed that some of the people here who cause disruption, they are not only insulting me, which, I kind of tolerate it, but they also insult some of the other viewers, some of the wonderful friends I have here. And so I just can't let this continue. And so I don't want the disruptive comments to continue to show up. Okay, another viewer here named Nam Nahi Bolunga. Okay, is that it? Okay, that user's going bye-bye. 24 hours timeout. Okay. All right. Do you guys like the fact that I'm putting people on timeout? If you do, then say something like, we support timeout. Write it. All right. Okay. All right, my friends, I'm going to go back to my discussion here. 82 likes so far for this video. Give me 18 more likes, my friends, so that I can get to 100. I would appreciate that. And anyone who's watching, if you have not subscribed yet, my question is, why have you not subscribed? Why have you not subscribed if you have not subscribed yet? Please subscribe. Stay connected. This is a channel about social and political issues, domestic and international. We welcome a variety of voices here on this channel. Okay, just be respectful, treat each other with respect, and engage in constructive conversation. Do you know that if I get 29 more subscribers, I will have 4,100 subscribers? Will you help me get there? Are there 29 people watching who have not subscribed, who would like to subscribe? Please do that. I mean, this is not a channel where you just hear me talk, and say things whatever I have to say. I also engage in the live chat window. I read your questions. I answer your I read your questions. I answer your questions. I respond to your comments. Wendy writes, subbed and like. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you. Okay, so Warriors doesn't like me much, huh? Warriors writes, you have not answers. I have answers. I do engage. See, I'm reading your comment, Warriors. I'm reading your comment, and I understand, Warriors, that you don't agree with me. Warriors writes, what are you talking about? What am I talking about? Come on. What am I talking about? Read the title of my live stream. I'm talking about the upcoming VP debate, and VP means vice presidential. In case you're wondering what VP is, I mean, I know it's pretty obvious, but in case because you asked me the question, you asked me, what are you talking about? So I'm guessing you probably couldn't figure out what VP means in the title of my live stream. So I'm just saying VP means vice presidential. So the title of my live stream says it. The upcoming vice presidential debate, a potential New York City mayoral candidate. I have not gotten to that topic yet. I will get there, so stay with me. And an update on the possible port strike. So, that's what I'm talking about. That is what I am talking about. So, isn't it pretty obvious? Hold on one second. Moderation timestamps. All right. Okay. So as I was saying, I would like to see questions about the border crisis being asked during the vice presidential debate. Warriors is asking, let's discuss strike now. I will discuss strike, Warriors. You just have to be a little patient. You just have to be a little patient. See, I do these live streams that are really long. Like we are 1 hour, 19 minutes into the live stream. And I'm going to be talking, I do my live streams are usually longer than 2 hours. So have some patience, Warriors. If you think that you wanna go, get a late night snack or finish a quick dinner or something, or go drink a cup of tea, go get your coffee, whatever. If you just want to walk away from the screen for a little bit, you can. You can, because I still have some things to discuss about this upcoming debate, and then I will talk about a potential New York City mayoral candidate, and then I will talk about the port strike. Okay, so if you want to take a break, Warriors, you can. You can take a break. Okay, taking breaks are good. So immigration, I hope immigration is discussed during the debate, and then also inflation. Inflation is a topic that must come up. If inflation is not discussed, if there is no question about inflation, then I don't know what this debate is going to be about. It is going to be about economic issues, the border crisis, and also, did you hear about Kamala's tax plan? Did you hear about Kamala's tax plan? Kamala Harris wants to impose tax on unrealized capital gains. Did you hear that? Unrealized capital gains. Can you believe that? This is just unbelievable. That's what Kamala Harris wants to do. She wants to impose tax on unrealized capital gains. So that is something that must be discussed during the debate. So I want to hear questions about the border crisis. I want to hear questions about inflation and the economic problems we're having and the supply chain issues. I want the moderators to ask questions about this crazy tax plan that Kamala Harris has. She wants to impose tax on unrealized capital gains. And okay, so Warriors wanted to talk about port strike. If there is a strike that takes place starting October the 1st, which I'll talk about later, that topic should also come up, because we will know by midnight on September 30th if there's going to be a strike on October the 1st. And I think there is going to be, and I'll talk more about that. So the moderators should ask questions about the port strike. Okay? Right now, the Biden-Harris team is in charge. They control the executive branch of federal government. Why couldn't they address this issue? Why are we here at this 12th hour looking at the possibility of a major strike at U.S. ports, at 3 dozen U.S. ports from Maine to Texas? Okay. Hold on, I'm going to read. All right, okay. So I see a viewer. Okay, let me see. Is anyone being disruptive here? All right. Let me see. All right. Okay, so a viewer named Big Dude going into timeout here. 24 hours. Bye-bye. All right. I mean, Big Dude was writing the same question over and over again. Okay, Virgil, I see you do the. I see you're doing that, Virgil. I'm not gonna put you on timeout, Virgil. Okay, but don't write the same question over and over again, Virgil. Don't do that. All right. And warriors, Virgil, you're writing the same question over and over again. Virgil, I've seen your previous comments. You seem pretty sensible, so don't write the same question over and over again, Virgil. All right. You, all right. Okay. So also, there's one other issue that must be discussed during the debate. You know what that is? And that is, why does Kamala Harris want to defund the police? That is true. That is true. Kamala Harris wants to defund the police. We know that. And Tim Walz is Kamala Harris's running mate. So this topic should come up. Okay? The moderators should ask Tim Walz if he also supports defunding the police just like Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris picked Tim Walz as her running mate. So I'm sure they have a lot in common. And we know Kamala Harris supports defunding the police. Kamala Harris believes in taking resources away from the police. She cannot wait to take resources away from the police. She does not like the police. She does not support the police. She wants to defund the police. She wants to take resources away from the police. That's what Kamala Harris wants. Do you understand that? Do you agree with what I'm saying? Do you agree with that? That is the truth. If you think what I'm saying is the truth, write the truth. Write truth. Dana is here. Hello, Dana. Thank you for being here. Yeah. Yeah. Johnny writes truth. Dana writes truth. Absolutely. All right. So, yeah, I know. Julie. Yes, Julie, thank you. Jacksonville writes truth. Sassy, good to see you. Sassy writes, why would anyone want to do that? But Sassy, we know that Kamala, that's what she supports. You know, this is how Kamala Harris thinks. Kamala Harris, she is eager to defund the police. She wants to take resources away from the police. She's focused on finding ways to take resources away from the police. If Kamala Harris is elected president, then our law enforcement agencies will not have the resources that they need to combat crime. Okay? We support the police. Donald Trump supports the police. J.D. Vance supports the police. We, the freedom-loving Americans, we support the men and women of law enforcement. As Sassy wrote, we need our police. Listen to what Sassy said. In the live chat, read Sassy's comment. We need the police. But Kamala Harris, she wants to defund the police. And if she is elected president, she is going to use her power and whatever authority she has. She's going to come up with strategies. She's going to look for ways to defund the police. That's what Kamala Harris is going to do. And so, during this debate that's coming up, I want the moderators to ask Tim Walz if he also believes in defunding the police, just like Kamala Harris. I want Tim Walz to answer that question because there is no debate about the fact that Kamala Harris wants to defund the police. We know that. It's a fact. It is a fact. There's no question about it. Kamala wants to defund the police. Now the question is, Tim Walz will have to answer if he also wants to defund the police. All right. So I hope that topic comes up. It is extremely important because you know what? The American people, they are going to vote for the presidential candidate and the vice presidential candidate who believe in supporting the police, who believe in funding the police, who believe in giving police the resources they need to do the job of protecting and serving the community. All right. Okay. Wyatt, a viewer named Wyatt is over here. Where is Wyatt? Wyatt wants to see my birth certificate. That's okay, but Wyatt has written some other comments that I don't appreciate, that are disrespectful. So Wyatt, bye bye. Time out. 24 hours. By the way, my friends, are you supporting how I'm putting some disruptive users in timeout? Do you support that? All right. All right. Lots of support for timeout. All right. Okay. Chazzy Star, Michael Brown, Craig. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Johnny, thank you. All right. Okay. My friends, I didn't want to do this. You know, I didn't want to do this. Heidi Smith says I support. Thank you, Heidi. Thank you so very much. As I said, people have expressed to me that some action should be taken to basically stop all the disruption, because we're trying to have a conversation here. We're trying to have a conversation. So people have suggested to me in the past that those viewers who have nothing constructive to add, but they are here to just disrupt, I should take some action to either remove them or to block them or put them in timeout. As I said, I received an email from one of our friends from this community, and that email had some great suggestions. I got that email just a few hours ago, and that email had some great suggestions. And so I see that my wonderful viewers want me to take some action to stop the disruption, and so I'm doing my best to take some action. All right. So if you agree with me, just let me know that. All right. My friends, let's talk about New York City. There's growing pressure on Eric Adams to resign. People want Eric Adams, a lot of Democrats actually. Democrats want Eric Adams to resign. Eric Adams is a Democrat. But there's growing pressure on Mayor Eric Adams to resign. And looking ahead, it appears, my friends, that Andrew Cuomo, the former New York governor, he wants to run for mayor. What do you think about that? Please share with me your thoughts on that matter. I mean, Eric Adams is a Democrat. Andrew Cuomo is a Democrat too. Andrew Cuomo, obviously, he used to be the governor of New York, and then there were different allegations against him, and then He had to leave office. So, what are your thoughts about Andrew Cuomo running for mayor? Possibly, we don't know that for sure, but he may run for mayor. That may happen. What do you think about that? By the way, so far 12,200 viewers have tuned in for this live stream. It's been 1 hour and 35 minutes. So thank you so much for all your support. I truly appreciate that. And you know what? I'm just going to share with you the data here. I have 4,083 subscribers. If I get 17 more subscribers, I will be at a nice 4,100. It's a nice round number, not as round as like 4,000 and 5,000 and 6,000, but 4,100 is a nice round number. So if you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe. I need 15 more subscribers, 15, to get to 4,100. I would appreciate that. Let's see. Yeah, a viewer with a funny name is asking me to pronounce the viewer's name. Not doing it. All right, let's see. Hold on. I'm reviewing the live chat here. All right. Okay, my friends. Andrew Cuomo, he has some name identification, obviously, in New York because he held statewide office. And then his brother, Chris Cuomo, is also widely known in the media world. And Eric Adams, mayor of New York City, has been indicted. So it is quite possible that Eric Adams will resign from his position. We don't know that for sure. We don't know that. But I think, hold on. I'm putting another user in timeout. Hold on. All right. A viewer whose name I'll not pronounce has been put into timeout. Really, I am serious. I am doing this. Okay. Now I'm putting people in timeout, but later it may be a complete ban. Okay. Eric Adams, I think at some point in the not so distant future, he's going to have to resign because there's so much of pressure on him coming from the Democrats. So the Democrats want their Democrat buddy, Eric Adams, to resign after he was indicted. And now Andrew Cuomo likely will run for New York City mayor. But let me just ask you this. Why can't we have a solid conservative candidate running for that position? I mean, can we just brainstorm and think about who could be a good, solid, like mayoral candidate from the conservative side? I mean, can you think of anyone who would be a great candidate for New York City mayor? A conservative? Wouldn't that be great? Can we do that? Okay, so Captain Olimar, putting you in timeout. There you go. All right, Captain Olimar is in timeout for all the disruption. All right. Gone. Bye-bye, Captain Olimar. I'm putting people in timeout, but I may actually see. It's gonna take me a while to figure this thing out, but um, I will actually block anyone who comes back and causes more disruption. So let me know if you can come up with some names. If you can come up with so, if you can think of candidates who could run for the office of the mayor of New York City, that would be great. I know there are some solid conservatives in New York, but do they live in New York City? I'm not sure. Um, and really, I would like to see a conservative mayor of New York. I want to see a Republican in the office of the mayor of New York. So just, if you can think of some names, let me know. All right, that'd be great. Yeah, we need a Republican mayor in New York City. And you know what? New York City has to stop being a sanctuary city. And I have been talking about it for such a long time. I have been saying this over and over again that New York City has to stop being a sanctuary city, cannot be a sanctuary city. And so, whoever is the next mayor, and I hope it's a conservative, I hope that person will take action to remove this sanctuary city label from New York City. New York City should not be a sanctuary city, okay? So, my friends, now let us talk about the port strike. I said I would talk about it. I hope Warriors is still around because Warriors was asking me about it. I know Warriors doesn't agree with me much, but that's okay. Uh, Warriors says I'm here. Okay, great. Let's talk about the port strike. Uh, a port strike on the U.S. East Coast and Gulf of Mexico, that coast, reportedly will go ahead starting on Tuesday. This is breaking news. The International Longshoremen's Association Union said on Sunday, and now we're officially into Monday because it's 12:47 a.m. on September 30th here in Wisconsin. So yesterday on Sunday, the International Longshoremen's Association Union said that they will go ahead and start a strike on Tuesday. And it is going to cause massive delays and massive supply chain issues. And I actually wrote a blog post on it earlier today. I did write a blog post. Hold on. I'm going to pull up that blog post here. It's on my website. If you go to tossifanam.net, you're going to find that blog post. Give me just 1 second. I'm going to pull it up. 1 hour 43 minutes into this live stream. Amazing how time flies. All right, so I wrote a blog post earlier, not today anymore. It was earlier yesterday. I wrote a blog post titled "A Port Strike and Its Impacts on the American Economy," and I actually last night, not last, yeah, I think it was last night. I talked about the Retail Industry Leaders Association and how concerned they are. I believe I have mentioned it. If I have not, I'm mentioning it now. The Retail Industry Leaders Association has stated that the retailers are increasingly concerned about the negative impacts a strike at U.S. East and Gulf Coast ports will have on supply chains and the broader economy. So those are the exact words from the Retail Industry Leaders Association. They said that the retailers are increasingly concerned about the negative impacts a strike at U.S. East and Gulf Coast ports will have on the supply chains and the broader economy. And then I previously mentioned about the American Farm Bureau Federation and they stated that a strike could sink access to foreign markets. Okay, so it's going to hurt exporters. And then also the US Chamber of Commerce. The US Chamber of Commerce has stated that a strike would immediately disrupt the flow of numerous goods and materials, sending shockwaves across the economy and harming consumers and businesses at a time when inflation remains a significant concern. So we heard about the Retail Industry Leaders Association, the American Farm Bureau Federation, the US Chamber of Commerce. All these groups are very concerned about the strike. And on Sunday evening, I saw the report that a strike will start on Tuesday. JP Morgan. So JP Morgan issued an estimate how much it would cost the US economy per day if there's a strike. And do you know how much it is going to cost? I'll let you make a guess. Do you know how much it is going to cost the US economy per day if a strike takes place? Any idea? Make a guess. I'm going to wait here. Johnny writes 5 million. It's not 5 million, but thank you for making a guess. Anyone else who wants to make a guess? If a strike at US ports takes place, how much it is going to cost the US economy per day? RJ writes 250 million. Cheryl writes 60 billion. A viewer named Jeeves writes 100 million. Okay, I'm going to wait for maybe a few more seconds. Toby writes 3 billion. Dana writes 1.6 billion. Okay, let me give you the answer now. According to JP Morgan, it is estimated that a strike would cost the US economy as much as $5 billion with a B. $5 billion per day. Just every day, up to 5 billion. It's an estimate. Okay, it's not like absolute figure, but it's up to 5 billion a day. Yeah, viewer writes that is insane. That is insane. Yeah. So it is crazy. Cheryl writes, why are they striking? So Cheryl, the union is demanding, the port workers are demanding higher pay. They're demanding higher pay. And let me give you the reason. The demands. So reportedly a massive force of 45,000 workers at U.S. ports from Maine to Texas may go on strike. And, it's been announced that they will go on strike if their demands are not met. And what are the demands? The demands include higher wages and a complete ban on the automation of cranes, gates, and container movements that are used to load and unload freight at 36 American ports. So it's about higher wages and it's about banning automation. These are the demands, and there may be more demands, but these are the ones that I learned about from reading the news articles. Okay, and so a strike at this point. I mean, here we are in the early hours of September 30th. So today is the day, by midnight today. So in about 23 hours, well, I'm in the central time zone. So they're, those who are going to strike, they're in the eastern time zone. So in about, 22 hours or so, a strike's gonna start after midnight on September 30th. As we roll into October the 1st, a strike is going to take place. And it is estimated it's going to cost us, the US economy, as much as $5 billion a day. So listen, if you want to know my opinion on this, let me tell you, I'm not picking a side here. It's a dispute between the United States Maritime Alliance and the International Longshoremen's Association, between two entities. That's the dispute. It's a labor dispute. I'm not saying who's right, who's wrong. I just want to be very clear. I'm not picking a side here. All I'm saying is that how did we get to this point that a strike is going to take place? I mean, this dispute has been going on for a long time, even going as far back as a year ago. And so why did the Biden-Harris administration not do anything? Why did the Biden-Harris administration not do anything? That's the thing. Once again, I'm not picking a side here. What I'm saying is there was a lot of time to negotiate. There was a lot of time to take action, to do something. Because you know what's going to happen now? When the strike starts, the entire economy is going to suffer. That is my concern. That is my concern. You know, everyone's going to suffer. Everyone. Businesses, workers, small businesses, big businesses, entrepreneurs. Everyone's going to suffer. If you are an American consumer, if you run a business, you're likely going to suffer as a result of the strike. And so once again, it's not, I want to be very clear. I'm not picking a side here. I'm not saying this side is right, this side is wrong, or this side is right, this side is wrong. What I'm saying is the Biden-Harris administration, why did they not take some action? What is Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg doing? What have they been doing all these months? Why did we get to this point? We're heading into the holiday season. We're heading towards an election. And we have already suffered so much because of inflation. And now inflation may skyrocket. Prices may go up a lot. Supply chain disruptions will worsen if the strike takes place. And that's my concern. So really, I mean, up to $5 billion per day. That's what it would cost the US economy. Heidi just wrote, the last time a strike like this occurred, it took many months to recover. This could be avoided easily. Heidi, that's exactly the point. That this could have been avoided, but now I think we are 99% certain that this strike is going to happen. It's going to affect me. It's going to affect you. It's going to affect, and you know, it's not only going to affect us here in America. It's going to affect the countries that we do business with. It's going to affect international trade. It is not only a domestic issue, it is an international issue at this point. It's going to affect international trade. And so this could have been avoided, as Heidi pointed out, and that's what this was not avoided. The Biden-Harris administration did not take any action, and that's why, as I said earlier in this live stream, I said there is a president, an official, like a guy with the title of president in the White House, but he is not a leader. Joe Biden, somehow, I have to go back to the night of November 2020. What happened in November 2020? How did Joe Biden become the president? I have so many questions, but okay, I understand. He has the title of the president, but he's not a leader. He's not a leader. Zero leadership. Zero leadership. If there was a dispute, what did the Biden-Harris administration do all these months? Why did you not take action to help resolve the dispute? How did we get to this point? Hold on. Let me see some of your questions. Angie, I see your comment about, yeah. So a viewer named Black Sox going into timeout. All right, I did that. Let's have a constructive conversation, please. I mean, I've already put some people in timeout. I don't like doing it. Trust me, I don't like doing it, but I have to do it to keep the conversation going. We are approaching the 2-hour time mark, my friends. Time flies when I'm doing these live streams. By the way, if I can get 10 more subscribers, I will get to 4,100. Is it going to happen tonight? I don't know. It all depends on you. Are you 10 more subscribers, my friends, so I can get to 4,100? So far tonight, 13,000, more than 13,000 viewers have tuned in. I appreciate it. Okay. Help me get 10 more subscribers. Let's see. Reading some of your comments here. Warriors is writing, I'm gonna put myself in jail for 24 hours. Warriors, I'm not blocking you or putting you in timeout. I understand you don't agree with my views. What can I do? I can't change your mind, Warriors. I cannot change your mind, okay? So, Warriors writes, you're not objective. Warriors, I don't know what you mean by, did you write, I don't dislike your views, or I do dislike your views? I can't tell. There's no N, but there's a T, so I can't tell. If you would write it again, that'd be great. Kamala Harris. So you are saying you can't say her name right, and she's your people. What do you exactly mean by she's your people? Who's my people? I don't know. Like who's my people? Are you referring to Kamala Harris? Like she what exactly do you mean? She's originally from India. I'm not from India. I am not from India. I've said it so many times. I'm originally from Bangladesh. India and Bangladesh are two very different countries. Two very different countries. Now you're saying brown South Asians. Now South Asians are not all the same. There are many different kinds of people in South Asia. They're not all the same, okay? I'm from Bangladesh. I'm not from India. India is a very, very different country from Bangladesh. Very different. Okay? So, and how did I pronounce her name wrong? I said Kamala. Is that wrong? That's how people say it. And you know, people from different parts of the world, they pronounce words differently. They pronounce words differently. Like my name is Tausif, but if you go to Bangladesh, where I'm from, it's pronounced differently there. It's the same spelling, but it's pronounced differently. So people from different parts of the world, they may read my name and they may pronounce it differently. Even if I tell them, hey, it's Tausif, they may just pronounce it a little differently. And that's normal. And I said Kamala. Uh, what else will I say? I said Kamala Harris. Isn't that the name? I don't know. I don't know, warriors. So, I don't know. I'm not going to answer anymore because I think I've answered it. So, warriors, you don't like how I pronounce Kamala's name. Is that the issue? But it's not about the name or the pronunciation. It's about Kamala Harris's actions. What has she done since she became the VP? She has done nothing to solve problems. She has done nothing good for the country. She really has not. She supported opening up the border. She supported bringing in 10 plus million illegal immigrants. That's Kamala Harris's legacy. That's the Biden-Harris legacy. And she laughs, obviously, but I'm not criticizing her laughter now because, obviously we want to focus on the issues. Chris writes, VP's job is not to fix things, it's to do as they are told. Well, Chris, the VP, the role, that position, the position of the vice president is the second most important position, public position in the country, right? You've got the president and you've got the vice president next. And Kamala Harris is the border czar. The border czar. What has she done to fix the border? She hasn't done anything to fix the border. You know why? Because the Biden-Harris team, they opened up the border on purpose. They did it by design. They chose to do it. Okay? They chose to open up the border and to allow illegal immigrants to come in. People are not stupid. We can see the reality. We can see that they did this on purpose. Okay? All right. So here's the thing. Let me tell you, this strike, this U.S. port strike, this is going to have an impact on the election. The strike is going to start on Tuesday, October 1, and the election is on November the 5th. Obviously, different states have, early election dates, early vote dates, early voting. Here in Wisconsin, I hope to vote early in person. If this strike continues beyond 1 week, I believe if this strike continues beyond 1 week, the impacts would be severe on the economy, and it would also have an impact on the election. Any economic issues right now, actually, it's going to hurt Kamala Harris's, campaign. If prices go up right before the election, if prices go up, if supply chain disruptions happen in October, then you know what's going to happen? Trump is already winning this election. Trump is going to win by an even bigger margin. He's going to win by an even bigger landslide. Okay? So, my friends, because the Biden Harris team is still in charge, they are in charge. And so, if there's a strike, it's happening with the Biden Harris team in office. And so, whatever the negative impacts of the strike, the Biden Harris team will be responsible for this. And a lot of Democrats have already moved away. A lot of Democrat voters have already walked away from the Democratic Party. They are looking at voting for Trump. A lot of liberal voters are actually going to change their votes. They voted for Joe Biden in 2020. They suffered. They regret voting for him. They saw the inflation, they saw the border crisis and rising crime and supply chain disruptions and the rising national debt. And now a lot of those voters who voted for Joe Biden in 2020, they are looking at voting for Trump in 2024. I mean, Angie Mitchell mentioned RFK Jr. Exactly. You look at RFK Jr., he's a Democrat, and he endorsed Donald Trump. You look at Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi Gabbard used to be a Democratic congresswoman, and she walked away from the Democratic Party, and she endorsed Donald Trump. So a lot of Democrat voters are already walking away from the Democrats, and they are looking at supporting Trump. And if this port strike takes place, which I think it will at this point, we're close to 100% sure, 99% sure that this strike is going to take place. If this strike starts, if prices of goods go up, if store shelves become empty, if people start running to the stores because they know that there's going to be shortage, because the ports are going to be at a standstill, and so people are going to go to the stores, they are going to buy up their necessary items, they are going to buy bottled water and canned foods and toilet paper and so on and so forth. When that happens, the store shelves will be empty, there will be shortage, prices will go up, there will be crisis, and you know who's going to be responsible for this? The Biden-Harris administration, because they had months to fix this, to make sure that negotiations take place, to make sure that new contract is reached between the U.S. Maritime Alliance and the International Longshoremen's Association. But the Biden-Harris administration did nothing. And now we're heading towards a strike, and it is going to hurt the economy. And the American people are going to say, enough is enough. We're not going to vote for Democrats anymore. And they're going to walk away from Kamala Harris. And Trump is going to win in a landslide. Trump is going to win in a landslide. But also, I think a lot of the Democrats, a lot of the Republican Senate candidates, they are also going to be winning their races, because there's going to be a down ballot impact. When people go and vote for Trump at the top of the ticket, they're also going to vote for Republican Senate and House candidates down ballot. Even for state legislative races, for state senator, for state assemblyman, when a voter goes and votes for Trump, they're going to go down the ballot and they're going to vote for the Republican Senate candidate, the Republican House candidate, the Republican state legislative candidate, state senator, state assemblyman. They're going to vote for Republicans up and down the ballot. That's what's going to happen. So this strike, it's going to be an extremely painful strike. If this lasts more than a week, it's going to impact the election. And if it lasts more than a week, it's going to take a long time for us to recover. But on the other hand, what's going to happen? Those who are already sick and tired of the Democrats, they have moved away from the Democratic Party, but more and more people will walk away from the Democrats, and Donald Trump is going to win in a landslide on November 5th. Okay? So my friends, that's pretty much all I have for tonight, but I do have to look at the poll here. Let's see how many people have voted. Give me 1 second. Okay, so 1,181 people have voted so far. Wow. I'm going to end this poll. The question is Donald J. Trump the best US president since Ronald Reagan? You still have time to vote. If I'm going to wait for a few seconds. By the way, I need 10 more subscribers to get to 4,100 subscriber mark. Can I get 10 more subscribers? Is that possible? Anyone who has not subscribed, would you like to subscribe? Would you like to do that, my friends? I would appreciate it if you do it. Let's see. Okay. All right. Please vote in the poll if you have not done so yet. I'm going to end the poll now. Okay, so 1,182 votes. The question is Donald J. Trump the best US president since Ronald Reagan? 59% said yes. 40% said no. So overwhelmingly, yes wins. The poll question was, is Donald J. Trump the best US president since Ronald Reagan? 59% said yes. So yes, 59% of the respondents agree that yes, Donald J. Trump is the best US president since Ronald Reagan. Okay? So, thank you. I agree with that too. All right, let's see. Let me see here, my friends. I need 8 more subscribers. Are there 8 viewers who would kindly subscribe? Anyone who has not done so? If you don't, that's okay, but I would love to get 8 more subscribers to get to 4,100. If not, that's fine. We are 2 hours, 12 minutes into the live stream. All right, my friends. Okay, so that's all right. If you don't subscribe tonight, I hope you'll subscribe later. 2 hours, 12 minutes into the live stream. My friends, thank you so very much for joining. We have to wait and see the debate. Tomorrow night, I'll try to do a live stream. So if you want to just mark it on your calendar, tomorrow, well, not tomorrow. Actually, it's already September 30th. So later tonight, so we're in the early hours of Monday at 11 p.m. at nighttime, I will try to come back with another live stream, okay? Okay. All right, let's see. Okay, so Monday night, 11 p.m., I plan to do another live stream. So if you want to mark that on your calendar, just add an alarm. So tune in at 11 p.m. But I usually announce my live streams an hour ahead of the live stream at least. So wait for that. You can see the announcement and then tune in at 11 p.m. By the way, it's Central Time. 11 p.m. Central Time. So if you are in the Eastern Time Zone, it's going to be midnight for you. If you are in the Pacific Time Zone, it's going to be 9 p.m. If you're in the Mountain Time Zone, it's going to be 10 p.m. 11 p.m. Central Time. So with that, my friends, thank you so very much for joining tonight. Trump 2024. Can we do that? Heidi writes, great and lively live stream. Thank you, Heidi. Thank you so much. Let's do Trump 2024. Can we write that before we end the live stream? Can we show some support for Trump? Can we do that? Trump 2024. Awesome. Thank you. Susie, Johnny, William, everyone's writing Trump 2024. Angie, Dana, AC, Sassy, Gerlina, thank you. I appreciate that. Amanda, wonderful. My friends, thank you so very much. Each and every day, we're getting closer and closer to November 5th. I am looking forward to the election, and there's going to be so much to discuss between now and November 5th. And so please stay connected, stay tuned, and I appreciate all of your support. And as I said, I didn't really want to block anyone, but I kind of had to. I have to take this decision. Michael Brown writes Trump 2024. Thank you, Michael Brown. Dana, thank you so much. I kind of had to take that decision, and I think it's really going to improve the quality of the conversation that we have in the live chat window. When I block those who cause disruption, those who engage in name calling and insults, and those who say unkind and harsh things, okay? So thank you so very much for being here. Thank you for tuning in. Please continue to support my channel. Hit the like button. Share my videos with your friends, your family members, and your neighbors. Ask them to watch my videos. Ask them to subscribe. Help me reach more people. So with that, my friends, thank you so very much. Trump 2024. Let's make America great again. Have a wonderful night, my friends. Thank you.